Saudi student stabbed to death during 10-week placement in Cambridge College. Mohammed Al Qasim, 21, from Saudi Arabia, who was on a 10-week placement studying on language course studying English in Cambridge, was killed in an unprovoked attack. The incident, which officers described as an unprovoked attack, took place late Friday night near Mill Park, a short walk from the victim's residence. Uh, Muhammad was reportedly confronted and stabbed by the subject shortly before midnight. Emergency responders arrived at the scene at 11:27 p.m., but despite efforts to save him, he was pronounced dead at 12:01 a.m. on Saturday. Cambridgeshire police said on Monday that a 21-year-old man, Chas Corrigan, has been charged with murder and possession of a knife in a public place. Many people, or at least I saw at least one, I might have seen more uh, article or post saying that this individual was also a volunteer in Masjid al Haram. Um, and well, regardless of that, but if he was, it shows you people like to say X, Y, Z about Muslims, about people who go to other countries and whatever else. But that's not the case. Someone coming here to learn, to get a qualification, whatever else he was doing, all of these things are positive. There's no reason whatsoever to just justify things like this, and people will not be able to do so. Far right thugs will not be able to do so. And unfortunately, when the media, over the for decades, but particularly over the last 20 years, and more so particularly over the last 2 years, this current genocide, when the media, politicians, government, a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it, they say X, Y, Z about Muslims, and X, Y, Z about people from certain minority backgrounds, and X, Y, Z about people who support Palestine, X, Y, Z about people who look and dress a certain way and whatever else. And then people do these things, having consumed some of these things, and and then people want to start having conversations about how we can stop these things, and they want to send condolences, and they want to say all of these things. So the root of the problem, which is what we see a lot of, what we see in the media and the governments and the politicians and institutions, before you decide to jump on the bandwagon, if you like, and say there's a problem. We know there's a problem, and we know what the problem is, but no one wants to sort out. Politicians can say so many bad things about Muslims and minorities, and they're still in politics, and they're still out and about and free. They're not in jail. They're not being dealt with properly. But if a Muslim says something, if someone from a minority background says something, not even as bad as what people who are free say, they are dealt with harshly. Until you sort the problem out, you will see things like this. Unfortunately, we're gonna see things like this, and we're gonna keep repeating the circle. How many videos have I made about things like this? And I'm sure I don't want to, and I hope I'm wrong, but I'm sure I'll make more videos about similar incidents. And it's not gonna change until people want to change and actually change from the top all the way down to make sure people are not thinking and feeling in certain ways, and which leads them to do certain things from having seen things in the media, seen things from the politicians and whatever else, like they have been seeing for the last few decades.